My daughters and my son, stop right now. Just give me a second. Is it too much to ask your father for 1 second of your attention? Don't scroll, not yet. Because the most painful part isn't what you lost. It's what you've been whispering in the dark when no one can hear you. You've been saying, I'm tired. Not dramatic tired. Bone tired. The kind of tired that makes your own room feel heavy. The kind that makes you stare at the ceiling and count thoughts instead of sheep. And you've wondered something you don't say out loud. Did I miss you? Did I do something wrong? Why does it feel like every door closes the moment I reach for it? Listen, this is not an accident of an algorithm. This is a moment I arranged. I reached you on purpose. Right here. Right now. I am the one who speaks and light obeys. And I am also the one who leans close enough to catch a single tear before it hits your pillow. Let that settle deep. I saw the tears you wiped fast, not because they weren't real, but because you didn't want anyone to see you cracking. I saw you smile in public, then go quiet when the room emptied. I saw you open your phone again, hoping for a message, hoping for an answer, and feeling your stomach drop when nothing changed. I heard the questions hiding under your, I'm fine. Why is it so hard? Why does it take so long? Why does it look like others move forward while you're stuck in place? My beloved, you are not falling behind. You are being built, not for a spotlight, but for stability, not for applause, but for stewardship, not for a moment, but for a season you can actually carry. Some doors did not close because you were unworthy. They closed because I refused to let you walk into what would break you. And I know you felt rejected. But listen, this matters. You were redirected. Not away from blessing, but toward protection, toward wisdom, toward the version of you that won't collapse when the weight finally changes. Now, before I go further, I want one simple act of faith. Not because I need it, because you need to step out of silence. Type I am here, Lord, or 7007 in the comments right now. Not as a superstition, but as surrender. As a way of saying, Father, I'm listening. I'm not running, I'm staying. And if this is already touching the place you've been hiding, press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. Join this family. Not for attention, but for covering, for consistency, for reminders on the days you forget who you are. Now listen again. The pressure you've been feeling is not here to crush you. It has been training you to hold what you asked me for. You've been carrying a weight that was never meant to be carried alone. So put it down right now at my feet. Stay with me. Don't move. Because what I'm about to say next isn't small comfort. It is direction. It is clarity. And it is the beginning of you walking forward without fear. My child, sit with me in the quiet of this moment. Let your shoulders drop. Let the room go quiet for a second. I am here, closer than the air you breathe, closer than the thoughts racing through your mind. I know what it feels like to stand in a room full of people and still feel completely alone. I have seen you try to explain your heart, your dreams, your fears, your deepest wounds, only to meet blank stares, quick judgments, or words that cut without mercy. You feel like you're speaking a language no one around you understands. And after a while, that isolation starts to feel like a prison, not made of bars, but made of silence. And I am speaking into that silence. I was there when they misread your purest intentions and turned them into something ugly. I was there when they took your kindness and used it as a weapon. I was there when you tried to be gentle and they called you weak. When you tried to be honest and they called you too much. When you tried to grow and they tried to keep you small. You are not losing your mind. You are not imagining the distance. What you felt was real. And I need you to understand this. I did not allow this season to punish you. I allowed it to protect you. Because you were reaching for validation from people who are still bleeding from their own wounds. They cannot hold what they have not healed, and they cannot honor what they do not understand. I saw the exact moment the betrayal cut deep, not only the harsh words, but the silence that followed. The place where loyalty should have spoken up, but no one did. The moment you realized you had been carrying everyone else, and when your own world started to shake, you looked around and found an empty field. You have been the shoulder for others, the fixer, the one who stays late, the one who checks in first, the one who absorbs tension so everyone else can breathe. But when you needed someone to stand beside you, you felt exposed. You felt forgotten. So you did what wounded hearts often do. You built walls, not to be proud, to be safe. I understand the instinct to protect what's left. I understand why you told yourself trust no one. Expect nothing. Stay hidden. But those walls do more than keep people out. They trap pain inside, and pain trapped long enough becomes bitterness, not overnight. Quietly, like infection under a bandage that never comes off. Stay with me. I am not here to shame you for the walls. I am here to heal you beneath them. I am here to loosen one stone at a time, gently, patiently, not to leave you exposed, but to let light reach the place that has been hurting in secret. My hands are on the wounds no one else is allowed to see. And my grace is not a slogan. It is a balm. It will stop the sting. It will soften what has gone hard. It will restore what you thought would never feel safe again. So do not be afraid of the echoes in the night. When the world goes quiet and your thoughts begin to run, that is not the time for despair. That is often the doorway into our most intimate conversation. When darkness tries to convince you that you are forgotten, answer it with one truth. You are not forgotten. You are held. You feel like you are fighting on every front. Financial pressure, emotional exhaustion, spiritual fatigue. And it feels like you are losing because you feel outnumbered. But listen to me. You are not alone in the fight. I am with you. And when I am with you, you are never a minority. Some people walked away when things got heavy. That was not your failure. That was my mercy. Because not everyone has the character to handle the version of you I am forming. Not everyone can honor what God is building. I am narrowing your circle on purpose. Not to make you lonely, but to make you safe. Not to make you smaller, but to make you stronger. I am teaching your heart to rest on what does not change. Let this land. Your dependence is shifting, not toward coldness, toward stability, not toward distrust, toward discernment, not toward isolation, toward intimacy with me. I am your advocate when you have been misunderstood. I am your defender when you have no energy left to explain yourself. So rest your head on my shoulder. Let the peace you cannot manufacture wash over you like a quiet tide. Not because everything is suddenly perfect, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. You are protected, you are seen, you are loved, and no human rejection can rewrite what I have spoken over your life. And now, let me show you why those closed doors were not rejection, but rescue. My child, let us speak about the doors that closed right when your hand reached for the handle. I know that sting, that instant heat in the chest. the thought that follows you into the next room. I wasn't enough. I didn't do enough. I should have been further by now. I saw it. Every meeting where they overlooked you, every quiet decision made about you when you weren't in the room, every email that landed like a stone. And I know what you do afterward. You replay it. You analyze every sentence. You wonder which part of you was too much and which part of you was not enough. You compare your behind-the-scenes battles to someone else's polished highlight reel. Then you blame yourself for feeling tired. Listen, this part matters. Those closed doors were not meant to keep you out. They were meant to keep you safe. Some paths look like promotion, but they lead to a slow loss of peace. Some opportunities look like answered prayer, but they would have hollowed you out. I am not the God who gives you a victory that costs you your soul. I am the keeper of the gates of your life. I know what is life-giving. I know what is draining. I know what is a blessing. And I know what is a trap, wearing a blessing's clothing. I have also seen the mask you wear when you step out into the world. I saw you force a smile when someone else shared good news, while your heart felt tight with exhaustion. You didn't want to be jealous. You didn't want to be bitter. You just wanted it to be your turn. So you nodded. You clapped. You said the right words. And then you went home. And when the door clicked shut behind you, the performance ended. The shoulders dropped. The eyes went dull. The room went quiet. You sat in the dark longer than you planned. You stared at the ceiling again. You opened your bank app again. You watched numbers that don't match your effort. You felt the weight of debt, the fear of the future, the shame you keep naming unmet potential. You asked me, Lord, why did you let this happen? And I need you to know the truth. I am not punishing you. I am pruning you. Pruning does not mean you are unwanted. Pruning means you are valuable enough to be tended. A vine cannot carry a massive harvest while it is wasting life on dead branches. And you cannot carry what I am preparing to give you while you are still chained to what drains you. Let this sit in your spirit. Your value is not tied to your productivity. It is not tied to applause. It is not tied to the number of zeros in your account. Your value is rooted in one unchanging fact. You are mine. And because you are mine, I will not build your future on a fragile foundation. I will not increase you in public while your private life is collapsing under pressure. I will not rush you into an open door if the version of you walking through it is still bleeding in places you refuse to face. You are a masterpiece in progress, and sometimes the artist has to scrape away old paint, not because the canvas is ruined, but because the next layer requires honesty, integrity, strength, a clearer identity. So do not let the enemy's voice become your narrator. Do not let darkness tell you it's too late. Do not let it hiss your best days are behind you. That is not discernment. That is despair wearing a mask. If you have breath in your lungs, I am not finished with you. Some of the no you received was not a verdict. It was direction. It was protection. It was a quiet yes to a better plan you could not see from where you stood. You are being trained to handle the weight of a blessing that would have crushed the person you were a year ago. Not because that person was weak, because that person was still learning how to carry. This season of less is not your prison. It is a construction site. I am laying foundations you will thank me for later. Foundations of endurance when feelings fluctuate. Foundations of integrity when shortcuts look tempting. Foundations of trust when nothing around you seems to move. So stop mourning the doors I locked for your protection. Stop trying to force what I have restrained. Not because I want to hold you back, because I want to bring you forward whole. When your inner life matches the magnitude of the promise, the right door will not stay shut. This is not a question of if. It is a question of timing. Trust the hands that were pierced for you. Those same hands are steady. They are shaping you. They are arranging what you cannot control. And they are leading you into a place of peace you will not have to pretend to have. And if you have felt unusually exhausted lately, it is not because you are weak. It is because you have been carrying what was never meant to be carried alone. In the next moment, I will show you how I lift that weight. My precious child, I see the way you move through your days with a fatigue that no amount of physical sleep seems to cure. You wake up with a heaviness in your chest and a fog in your mind. Your back aches with a tension that refuses to let go. Your head feels full even when the room is quiet. And you've looked at others and wondered why it seems lighter for them. Why they can laugh so easily while your heart feels like lead. Hear me. This is not proof that you are weak. This is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that you have been carrying too much, too long, too alone. You have spent so much of your life being the strong one, the fixer, the anchor, the one who absorbs the tension so everyone else can breathe. I have watched you carry emotional luggage that was never packed for your hands, the silent anxieties of your friends, the heaviness in your family line, the unspoken expectation that you must hold everything together. That is why you are tired. Not because your spirit is small, but because your compassion has been overworked. You have been pouring out light into other people's darkness while starving your own soul of rest. You've been trying to win battles with your own hands that were meant to be won on your knees. And your body is not betraying you. It is warning you. It is telling you the truth you have been trying to outwork. You have reached the end of human effort. And I am not angry with you for that. I am calling you home to me. Listen closely. I never asked you to be the savior. I already fulfilled that role. I never asked you to carry the whole world. I asked you to carry my presence. I asked you to walk with me, not to drag everything behind you until you collapse. So lay it down, the guilt that isn't yours, the pressure to rescue everyone, the fear that everything will fall apart if you stop. Lay it down, not later, not when you feel stronger, now. Here is the truth that will set your mind free. Your breakthrough will not be born from more striving. It will be born from surrender. There is a kind of strength you cannot fake. It comes when you finally say, "Father, I can't do this without you." And you mean it. You are being calibrated, not condemned. You are being refined, not rejected. Think of a high-performance engine. It is tested and tuned in ways a standard machine would never survive. Not to destroy it, to prepare it for power without breaking. The heat you feel, the pressure that makes your bones weary, the isolation that makes you feel like you're on an island. These are not random. These are the places where I am strengthening you. I am teaching you a different kind of strength, a quiet strength, a holy strength, one that comes from dependence, not control, one that comes from rest, not panic, one that comes from trust, not constant self-pressure. So receive this comfort. I am the one who gives power to the faint. I increase strength to those who have no might. And I am lifting the heavy yoke of endless doing so that you can enter the grace of being. not laziness, not escape. A holy rest that restores clarity, courage, and focus. Now answer me in the comments. Type, "Father, I release what was never mine." Or type, "I choose holy rest." Make it simple. Make it honest. Let that be your first step back into peace. And stay with me, because in the next moment, I am going to reveal the hidden pattern behind your delays. Why certain doors had to close. What was protecting you the whole time. And the shift that begins the instant you stop carrying what I never assigned to you. My precious child, you look at the clock and then you look at the sky, wondering if I have forgotten the time. You feel like your life has been placed on pause. You feel like you are watching from the window of a waiting room while the world rushes forward. You see others receiving opportunities. You see others celebrating harvest. And you wonder why you are still here in the quiet, in the hidden, in the not yet. Hear me. This waiting room is not a prison. It is a workshop. It is not a punishment. It is preparation. It is not delay for delay's sake. It is building. It is a construction site where I am strengthening what no one else can see, so that what everyone will see later will not break you. If I gave you the palace today, the responsibility would crush you. Not because you are incapable, because you are still being formed. A crown is not heavy when the neck has been trained for it. And I am training you. I am forming your inner life to match the weight of what you have been asking for. Some of your prayers have not been denied. They have been scheduled, and scheduling is not neglect, it is wisdom. Think of your capacity like a funnel, and my favor like an ocean. I can pour and pour and pour. I have no shortage. But if the neck of the funnel is narrow, the overflow becomes waste. Not because the ocean is small, because the vessel is still being widened. So in this season, I am widening you. I am stretching your faith. I am deepening your patience. I am strengthening your integrity. And yes, stretching feels uncomfortable. It can feel like breaking. But I am not breaking you. I am expanding you. Stewardship is not a boring word. It is a spiritual law. It is the guard at the gate of increase. Because what you cannot manage in little will not become safer in much. More money does not heal insecurity. More attention does not fix identity. More opportunity does not cure fear. It only amplifies what is already inside. So I am watching the small places. I am watching how you treat the small job, how you handle the few coins you have left, how you speak when you feel unseen, how you respond when no one claps for you, how you behave when you are tired and tempted and disappointed. These are not random moments. They are training. They are entrance exams. They are the hidden curriculum of kings and queens. You asked me for a breakthrough. But what I am after first is the breakdown of self-reliance. Not to shame you, to free you. Because I do not want blessings to become chains. I do not want increase to become a new idol. I do not want your answered prayer to steal your peace. When finances increase, I want your soul to remain steady. When the platform opens, I want humility to remain intact. When relationships are restored, I do not want you to worship people. I want you rooted in me. So rooted that whether you have little or much, you remain the same person in the secret place. I am the potter, and you are the clay. And part of what I am shaping is the handle, the grip, the ability to carry weight without dropping it. Some blessings are heavy. Some assignments require stability. Some doors open into rooms where temptation is louder. And if I love you, I will not rush you into a room you are not ready to survive. This season of not yet has been protection. It has been shielding. I have been shielding you from a success that would have outrun your character. I have been shielding you from a promotion that would have exposed insecurity. I have been shielding you from relationships that would have drained you while calling it love. Do not resent the delay. The delay has been mercy wearing work clothes. And while you wait, I am working, behind the scenes, in ways you cannot track. I am aligning resources. I am moving the wrong people out of your way. I am arranging timing. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. And I am also preparing you so that when you sit at that table, you will not be intimidated. You will not be bitter. You will not be careless. You will be ready. Understand this. The size of your waiting room is often connected to the size of your assignment. A small house can be built quickly, but something meant to stand for generations requires deeper foundation work. You are not a temporary structure. You are not a rushed project. You are being built to last. The world may call you stagnant, but in the spirit, you are gaining momentum. Every prayer you pray in this hidden season is a seed. Every time you choose obedience when no one is watching you are planting roots. You may not see sprouts today, but under the surface, something is growing strong enough to hold the next season. And when the season changes, and it will change, growth can happen quickly, suddenly, in ways that surprise you. Not because I forgot you and then remembered, because I built you quietly, then released you confidently. So stay faithful in the secret place. Be faithful in what looks small, because the one who is faithful in little is the one I can trust with more. And I am not only preparing a door, I am preparing you to walk through it and remain whole on the other side. My child, have you ever wondered why the opposition feels personal even when you barely know the people resisting you? Why the coldness comes from someone you helped? Why the tension arrives in a room before you even speak? Why a friend you trusted suddenly pulls away and you can't trace the reason? You look at your life and ask, what did I do? You replay your words. You examine your tone. You search your memory for a mistake you can fix so the discomfort will stop. Hear me. Not every battle is a mirror. Not every attack is feedback. Some resistance is not a report card on your worth. It is a reaction to what you carry. There is light in you, and light exposes what hides in darkness. Sometimes people do not understand why they feel irritated by you. They just feel it. They don't know why your growth unsettles them. It just does. They don't know why your peace provokes them, so they try to disturb it. They call you different in a tone that means dangerous. They minimize you, not because you are small, but because your presence reminds them of what they have avoided becoming. And I need you to understand this without fear. Your battle is not truly against flesh and blood, even when it wears a human face. Not every harsh tone is only personality. Not every rumor is only opinion. Not every trap was built with ordinary hands. Jealousy is a spirit that looks for a door. It looks for insecurity. It looks for self-doubt. It looks for you to shrink so you can be controlled. It will whisper, prove yourself. It will whisper, defend yourself. It will whisper, explain yourself. And if you obey that whisper, it will drain you until you are exhausted from fighting shadows. But you are not controlled by them. I have seen the quiet meetings you are not invited into. I have seen the sideways glances when your name is mentioned. I have seen the whispers meant to stain your reputation. I have seen the little traps set in the dark, designed to make you stumble and then blame yourself. I have seen what you never had evidence for, but your spirit sensed anyway. And I want you to hear my promise steady and unchanging. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, not because you are flawless, because I am faithful. I am your shield. I am your defender. I am your great reward. And what I cover cannot be easily touched. Some arrows never reached you. You only felt the pressure in your atmosphere. Some plans collapsed before they matured. Some lies died in the mouth of the one who spoke them. And you didn't even know I stopped it. You only wondered why you felt tired for no reason. You were sensing a storm that never made landfall because I stood in the way. Now listen closely, because I am about to give you wisdom that will preserve your peace. Stop spending your energy defending yourself to people determined to misunderstand you. Stop trying to explain your heart to those who are committed to misreading it. Stop chasing approval from those who feel threatened by your healing. That cycle is a leak. It drains your joy. It drains your clarity. It makes you react instead of walk. Leave your reputation in my hands. I vindicate the righteous. I know the truth. I know the timing. I know how to bring hidden integrity into visible honor. You do not have to panic protect your name. You do not have to fight every rumor. You do not have to answer every accusation. You do not have to attend every argument you are invited into. Here are your guardrails. Keep your mouth from defending yourself in anger. Keep your eyes from obsessing over their behavior. Keep your heart from rehearsing revenge. Because what you rehearse becomes what you live. And I did not form you to live in reaction. Yes, I am using resistance as training. Not because I enjoy your struggle. Because you are being prepared for higher places. Winds are stronger at elevation. Exposure increases with influence. If you cannot handle the jealousy of a few, you will struggle under the weight of many eyes. So I am strengthening your inner life now. I am making you steady. I am making you unshakable. I am teaching you to remain soft in heart and strong in spirit. And I am also watching over your home with holy care. I cover what concerns you. I guard what belongs to you. I place boundaries around what the enemy would like to touch. You are not unguarded. You are not abandoned. You are not at the mercy of someone else's mood. So stand tall, my child, not in pride, in peace. Keep your eyes on me. Let the noise of critics become background sound. Their volume is not your direction. My voice is. And I am leading you forward with a steadiness you do not have to manufacture. Your victory is not something you must earn with panic. It is something you learn to walk in with faith. And the more you refuse to wrestle in the mud, the cleaner your spirit stays. Rest in that authority. Not because life is quiet, but because I am present. Look at your life, my beloved, and notice the places that still ache when you remember. The fractures, the moments you replay, the promise that broke in your hands, the season that changed your voice, your trust, your expectations. You look at your history, and it feels like a map of loss. Like something precious was dropped on a hard floor and shattered into pieces you could never gather fast enough. And there were nights you whispered to me, Lord, I am too broken to be used. I have too many regrets. I have too many scars. How can anything beautiful come from this? Hear me. I am not looking for a surface that has never been scratched. I am not looking for a life that has never been tested. I am not impressed by perfection that has never been pressured. I am looking for someone who has been through the fire and did not let the fire erase their faith. I am looking for someone who knows what it is to cry and still choose hope. Because there is a kind of beauty that only comes after breaking. Not the beauty of pain itself, but the beauty of what I do with pain. The beauty of restoration. The beauty of resilience. The beauty of a heart that learned how to breathe again after it was knocked empty. There is an ancient art called kintsugi. When a precious piece of pottery is broken, the master does not pretend it never happened. The cracks are not hidden. The fractures are not denied. They are honored. They are repaired with gold. Not because the break was good, but because the restoration is holy. The result is not a weaker vessel. It is a stronger one. And it becomes more valuable because its story is visible. This is what I am doing with you. I am taking the liquid gold of my grace and pouring it into wounds you thought would always bleed. I am sealing the places where betrayal tried to drain your joy. I am strengthening the places where disappointment tried to make you numb. I am repairing your trust, not by making you naive again, but by making you discerning and whole. And I want you to notice something. I am not only healing the crack, I am changing what flows through you. The old version of you tried to survive by closing off, by going cold, by pretending you didn't care. But I am healing you in a way that keeps you warm without making you weak. Wise without becoming hard. Tender without bleeding out. Your history is not your shame. It is your evidence. It is the record of what tried to destroy you and failed. Your scars are not proof that you are ruined. They are proof that you survived. And in my hands, survival becomes testimony. You are not damaged goods. You are not a mistake I tolerate. You are a treasure I restore. And restoration does not always look like returning to the old version of you. Sometimes it looks like becoming someone deeper, someone calmer, someone steadier, someone who can be present without performing, someone who can love without abandoning themselves. Do not hide what I have healed. Not because you need to broadcast pain, but because someone else is praying for proof that healing is possible. They will not always listen to someone who speaks from theory. They will listen to someone who speaks from experience. They will recognize the gold in your cracks. They will hear hope in your tone because they know what hopelessness sounds like. The places where you were broken will become the places where my light shines brightest through you. That is not just poetry. That is purpose. Every fracture gave you a capacity for empathy comfort never could. Every loss trained your eyes to see what matters. Every hard season taught you to reach for me when you had nothing else. So when the enemy tries to shame you for your story, answer with truth. This is not my disgrace. This is my evidence. When the enemy tries to define you by what happened, answer with authority. My Father repaired me. When the enemy tries to call you fragile, answer with faith. Gold is in these cracks now, is in these. The gold is setting. The bond is becoming unbreakable. And soon you will stand not as a fragile piece trying to hide your story, but as a monument of my grace that no storm can shatter again. You have asked me for a crown, but have you considered the weight of what you asked for? Everyone wants the honor. Everyone wants the open door. Everyone wants the public yes, but few understand what comes with it. Responsibility, exposure, pressure, serving even when it costs you, leading when you don't feel ready, staying humble when attention arrives, staying clean when opportunity comes with temptation attached. This is why I have tested you in small places. I watched how you handled the paycheck that barely covered the basics. I saw what you did with the little you had. I saw whether you became careless or faithful. I saw how you treated the person who could do nothing for you. I saw whether you still carried kindness when no one could reward it. I saw your integrity when no one was watching but me. These were not random inconveniences. These were qualifying exams. Because more will not heal what is unstable. More will expose it. More will amplify it. A bigger field does not fix poor stewardship. A louder microphone does not fix a shaky identity. Greater influence does not cure hidden pride. It reveals it. Greater money does not automatically produce peace. It often tests peace. It tests patience. It tests generosity. It tests restraint. So I have been building your foundation where it counts. In the hidden place. In the unseen hours. In the quiet decisions that no one applauds. Real blessings are heavy. Not because they are bad, but because they matter. They require strong shoulders and a steady heart. I have seen many ask for promotion and then lose their peace at the top because their character could not sustain the height. They gained the title but lost themselves. They got the platform but their private life collapsed. They got the increase, but it exposed insecurity and turned it into arrogance. I love you too much to let that be your story. That is why I allowed problems that stretched you. That is why I allowed seasons that forced you to learn endurance. You learned to keep your word when it hurt. You learned to stay calm when emotions tried to drive you. You learned to choose honesty when a lie would have been easier. You learned to choose kindness when bitterness would have felt justified. You learned to show up when you didn't feel celebrated. You learned to continue when it felt slow. This is what it means to be tested, to be trusted. The crown is not just authority. It is responsibility. It is service. It is the ability to carry people with compassion because you remember what lack felt like. It is the ability to provide with wisdom because you learned the value of every grain in the hidden season. It is leadership with humility because you learned that you need me even when you are strong. And I want to give you one more guardrail. Do not measure my faithfulness by your feelings. My faithfulness is constant. Your emotions are variable. They rise, they fall, they change with sleep stress and disappointment. Do not let a changing feeling become your ruler. Let my unchanging word be your anchor. Now listen closely. The season of testing is reaching a turning point. Not because you forced it, because you finished what you were sent to learn. I saw your endurance. I saw your progress. I saw you choose growth when quitting would have been easier. I saw you stay soft in heart while becoming strong in spirit. These are the stones in the foundation of what is coming. You have passed tests people never saw. Tests of discouragement. Tests of delay. Tests of being misunderstood. Tests of staying faithful when nothing moved. And those tests were not wasted. They were forming you into someone who can hold keys without losing peace. You are standing near a threshold, a new level of trust, a new kind of responsibility. And I will place keys in your hands at the right time. Keys to doors you did not even know existed. Not as a reward for perfection, but as a gift to a heart that stayed aligned. So do not fear the weight. You have been strengthened for it. And you will carry it with grace because you learned in the hidden place how to carry me first. My beloved, I want to speak to the hollow place in your heart that aches when you remember who walked away. The empty seat, the unread message, the silence where a voice used to be. You have spent nights replaying final conversations, scanning every word, wondering what you did wrong, wondering how someone you loved could become a stranger without warning. You felt the sting of exclusion, the cold shock of being left out of plans you once belonged to, the confusion of being treated like you were replaceable. Listen to me. Do not weep for the people I removed. Their departure was not a tragedy. It was direction. It was mercy. It was divine redirection. I saw what you could not prove. I saw the conversations held when you weren't in the room. I saw the subtle agendas. I saw the quiet ways your spirit was being drained. I saw how you kept shrinking to keep peace, how you kept explaining yourself to be understood, how you kept excusing what your discernment kept warning you about. And I loved you too much to let you keep calling that bond safe when it was slowly starving your soul. You were trying to build a future with people who only belonged in your history. You were trying to stay in a room you had already outgrown. And because you would not leave on your own, I allowed the room to become uncomfortable. Not to punish you, to move you, not to embarrass you, to free you. Some doors slammed and you took it as rejection. But I need you to see it differently. Some doors were locked by my hand because what looked like an opportunity was actually a burning building. What looked like familiar was actually a trap of repetition. What looked like comfort was quietly becoming captivity. I was not keeping you from blessing. I was keeping you from harm. And some goodbyes felt cruel. But hear me. Every goodbye you received was also a hello from me. A clearing, a cleaning, a making room. Because the next connections I bring cannot sit at a crowded table filled with people who only tolerate you. They cannot thrive in an environment where your joy is constantly being questioned. They cannot build with you if you are still tied to hands that keep pulling you backward. Let this land. You did not lose your people. You released what could not go where you are going. Some people were scaffolding, useful for a season while your foundation was being built. But scaffolding is not a home. It cannot remain when the structure must stand on its own. It was meant to support construction, not become the building. They were present for a chapter, but you were created for endurance. Now hear the part your heart needs most. I am not only removing, I am arranging. I am handpicking the individuals who will enter what comes next. Not just friends, not just acquaintances. Alignments. Men and women of peace. People who recognize your value without making you explain it 10 times. People who don't compete with your light. People who don't punish you for healing. I am bringing mentors who see what I placed inside you. I am bringing partners who can carry the other side of the vision I gave you. I am bringing voices that speak life where you have only heard doubt. You will not have to beg for a seat at the table. You will not have to shrink to be included. Because I am building a table with your name on it. And I am building it in a way that no one can snatch away. The isolation you feel right now is not the end of your story. It is the silence before a symphony. It is the pause before new sound. I am cleaning your house so that when the right connections arrive, there is room for them to sit and stay. There is room for peace, room for honesty, room for growth without fear. So trust my rhythm, trust my removals, trust the love behind what I allowed to leave. And if you receive this, if you can feel truth stirring in your spirit type, I accept divine redirection. In the comments right now, let it be simple. Let it be real. Let it be your agreement with what I am doing. And subscribe to this channel so you stay close to these words. not as a habit, as a covering. Because what comes next will help you recognize the new doors I am opening and the new people I am sending, so you don't mistake my blessing for another familiar loop. My child, I have seen you staring at the bills with a knot in your stomach, calculating what is left versus what is needed. I have seen you open the banking app and close it again. Not because you do not want to face reality, but because reality has felt like a wall with no door. I have seen the quiet shame that tries to cling to you when you have to say no to your children. I have seen you smile in public and tighten in private. I have seen you carry the pressure like it is your identity, like it is your name. Listen to me. Do not agree with lack. Do not sign your spirit to the contract of fear. Poverty is not your permanent address, and your value is not defined by a number on a screen. I am the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. The gold is mine. The silver is mine. And what belongs to me is not scarce. I have seen your faithfulness in the lean years. I have seen you stretch meals, stretch time, stretch strength. I have seen you choose integrity when shortcuts were begging for your attention. I have heard your prayers for a way out of the cycle of just enough. And I am not only a God who hears, I am a God who acts. I am shifting the atmosphere over your finances right now. The spirit of lack is being evicted from your household. The wind of my provision is beginning to blow through the corridors of your life. You have been looking at your paycheck as your only source, but I am reminding you today that I am your source. Your job is only one channel. I have many. I can bless you through people, through timing, through favor, through ideas, through doors you did not even know existed. Now listen closely. There is a shift in the spiritual realm that will begin to manifest in your physical world within the next 24 hours. I am moving the hearts of people who have the power to help you. I am causing your name to come up in conversations you aren't even a part of. I am stirring decisions on your behalf. I am releasing what has been delayed. I am untangling what has been stuck. There are emails sitting in drafts. There are phone calls that were postponed. There are approvals trapped in bureaucratic knots. There are resources held up by one more signature, one more step, one more delay. I am releasing them now. Expect the unexpected. Expect a sudden opening. Expect a message at the right moment. Expect a door to move that has not moved in a long time. You may see a small sign first, a minor breakthrough, a surprising bit of favor that looks like coincidence. But it is not coincidence. It is my hand touching your reality. I can do more in a single moment of my favor than you can do in a lifetime of anxious striving. I am the God who turns water into wine. I am the God who multiplies loaves and fish. And I am the God who provides for my children without begging and without shame. Hear me again. I am not blessing you so you can hoard out of fear. I am blessing you so you can breathe, so you can build, so you can become a conduit of my goodness in a world desperate for hope. I am the one who gives you the power to get wealth, and I am giving you strategy with the supply. I am giving you wisdom with the increase. I am giving you peace with the provision, so the blessing does not become a new chain. Your days of being the borrower are coming to an end. Your days of being the lender are about to begin. I am preparing to overflow your cup so you can pay what you owe, settle what has haunted you, and lift the weight off your home. You will not have to beg for crumbs anymore. I am inviting you to the table of sufficiency. Not because you earned it perfectly, but because I am faithful to my covenant. Do not let fear whisper, "It's too good to be true." Fear is not prophecy. Fear is a thief. I am the God of the impossible, and your financial freedom is part of my plan for your peace. So rest tonight with expectation, not because you are ignoring the bills, but because you are trusting the provider. Morning is coming, and with it, movement is coming, supply is coming, release is coming. The next 24 hours will carry evidence that I have been working all along. My child, I have walked through the silent corridors of your memories, into rooms you keep locked even from yourself. I have seen the scars left by those who were supposed to protect you, but instead left you to carry yourself. I have seen the moments you learned to smile while hurting. I have seen the way certain words still cut you even years later. I have seen how silence can feel louder than shouting when you have been abandoned before. You have carried rejection as if it were your fault. A parent who withheld affection, a partner who left without explanation, a sibling who betrayed trust, a friend who turned cold when you needed warmth. And after enough bruises, the heart starts to form a shield. Not because you are hard, because you are tired of bleeding. You have asked me why love has been so difficult for you. Why it seems like everyone you open your heart to eventually finds a way to leave a mark of pain. You have wondered if something is wrong with you. You have wondered if you are too much or not enough, or simply destined to be misunderstood. Listen to me. Nothing is wrong with you. Something happened to you, and I am not leaving you there. I am reaching into those deep places right now with the warmth of my eternal light. I am the great physician, and I am not patching over your wounds. I am healing them from the inside out. I am restoring the years the locust has eaten. I am lifting shame off your name. I am pulling splinters out of places you learned to ignore. I am giving you a new heart, not a heart made of stone, not a heart guarded by fear, a heart that is soft, resilient, and safe in my love. Now hear this. In the coming days, you are going to witness the softening of hearts that were once hardened against you. I am moving in the spirits of those who caused you grief. I am placing conviction where pride used to sit. I am bringing a weight they cannot ignore. For some of you, a message is being composed even now. An apology you never thought you would hear. A confession of regret from someone who walked away years ago. Words you gave up expecting are about to find their way to you. For others, restoration will not come through a person returning. It will come through release, a divine release of the hold they have had on your soul. Because forgiveness is not about letting them escape accountability. Forgiveness is about me pulling you out of the prison where bitterness has been trying to keep you. You will not be chained to what they did anymore. You will be free to breathe without their shadow in the room. I am breaking generational patterns that have made your family a battlefield. I am speaking peace into your home. I am cutting off cycles of manipulation, silence, and control. I am teaching you discernment without paranoia. I am teaching you boundaries without guilt. I am teaching you how to love without losing yourself. And I am also preparing to bring people into your circle who will be a healing balm to your spirit. Not people who only take. Not people who only drain. Divine companions who pour into you until your cup overflows. People who recognize the gold I placed within you without forcing you to prove it. People who honor your tenderness instead of punishing it. People who will not call your healing pride and will not call your boundaries cold. But to receive them, you must let go of ghosts. Stop looking for the person who hurt you in the face of everyone you meet. Stop rewriting the same ending before the new story even begins. I am doing a new thing. I am mending broken bridges where it is holy to mend them. And I am also building new bridges to places of peace and safety you have never lived in before. Your future relationships will not be defined by the toxicity of your history. They will be defined by the purity of my grace. You will no longer be the one who is always too much or not enough. You will be known. You will be valued. You will be safe. And you will learn what love feels like when it is not a war. I am your father, and I am ensuring that my child is no longer an orphan in spirit. You will not live as if you are unchosen. You will not live as if you are disposable. You will not live as if you must earn a place by bleeding. You belong to me. And because you belong to me, I will surround you with what reflects my heart. Watch closely. The healing is already working. The ice is melting. The tightness is loosening. The fear is losing its grip. And what I restore deeply. Not only so you can feel better, so you can live differently, so you can love freely, so you can trust wisely, so you can finally rest without bracing for the next wound. My beloved, I have been waving at you through the ordinary patterns of your day, trying to catch your eye in a world designed to keep your gaze fixed on the ground. You have noticed the numbers, haven't you? The way the clock seems to freeze at 11:11 when a deep desire rises in you. The way 444 appears on receipts, phone numbers, license plates, and screens like a signature you cannot ignore. These are not coincidences. They are not the tricks of a tired mind. They are my divine digital whispers. Celestial Morse code from the throne room, sent to remind you that I am near, and that the veil between heaven and earth is thinning in your favor. When you see 11:11, I am calling you into alignment. It is a signal. A portal of transition is opening. I am inviting you to step out of the old territory and into the new ground I have prepared for you. It is my way of saying, pay attention. Because I am doing something so great that even you would not believe it if I told you yet. I am telling you now. And when you encounter 444, understand what it means. This is the seal of angelic protection. This is the sign that the heavenly hosts have been dispatched to your specific coordinates to stand guard over your mind, your body, your home, and your bloodline. You have felt it. The sudden stillness in the room. The warmth that calmed your racing heart without explanation. That was the rustle of wings. That was heaven stepping closer. I have seen the spiritual arrows aimed at your back. I have seen the traps laid where you could not see them. And I have watched my messengers intercept what was sent to harm you before it could touch your life. You are surrounded by a wall of fire the enemy cannot penetrate. These numbers are my signature on the canvas of your days. Proof that I am involved in details you thought were too small to matter. Now hear me with seriousness. I am telling you to be on high alert for the next 72 hours. Not with fear, with expectation. I am sending signs that will be impossible to ignore. You will encounter a coincidental meeting with someone you have not seen in years, and they will carry a piece of the puzzle you have been praying about. You will hear a phrase, a sentence, a line in a song, and it will answer the very question you whispered to me in secret. You will see confirmation stacked on confirmation not once, but repeatedly until your doubt has nowhere left to hide. My angels are moving pieces on the chessboard of your life. They are clearing the path. They are loosening what has been stuck. They are pulling back what has been blocking your view. They are preparing the way for the sudden blessings I have promised you. Do not dismiss these moments as luck. Luck has no place in the life I have marked. This is divine orchestration. I am speaking to you through the wind, through the numbers, and through the strangers you meet, because my love for you is too great to remain silent. Walk through the next 3 days with your head held high. Stay awake. Stay alert. Stay close. Look for evidence, because I am revealing myself to you in ways you have never experienced before. And the path ahead is being lit step by the fire of my love. My precious child, the time has come for you to step out of the shadows of your preparation and into the light of your divine mission. For too long, you have viewed yourself through the lens of past failures and the limitations of your humanity. You have measured your future by old mistakes. You have measured your calling by what you lack. You have looked at your hands and thought, these are ordinary. But I am telling you now, the hidden season has accomplished its work. The fire that felt like it would consume you did not consume you. It purified you. It burned away what was fragile. It exposed what was false. It left behind something steady, something unshakable, something wide enough to hold the weight of what I am about to place upon you. You are no longer only someone trying to survive. You are being commissioned. You are being sent. You are being marked as an ambassador of the kingdom of heaven. An ambassador does not beg. An ambassador does not crawl. An ambassador does not speak like a victim. An ambassador carries authority because they represent a higher government. And you, my child, carry the diplomatic immunity of the Most High. That is not metaphor. That is spiritual reality. When you enter rooms, you do not enter alone. When you speak truth, you are not speaking as a powerless voice. When you pray, you are not throwing words into the air. Heaven recognizes the signature on your spirit. Your struggles were not random. The years that felt hidden were not wasted. The pressure you survived was training. The battles you endured were lessons in authority. You learned how to stand when you wanted to collapse. You learned how to keep your integrity when compromise looked easier. You learned how to stay tender without becoming weak. You learned how to keep faith when results were invisible. That is not small. That is credentials. You carry the credentials of the cross. And when you move, heaven moves with you. When you obey, doors respond. When you speak with alignment, atmospheres shift. I am shifting your identity from someone who only asks for blessing to someone who carries blessing. You have spent years asking me to open doors for you. Now I am making you the key that opens doors for others. Hear me clearly. The wealth I am bringing into your hands, both spiritual wealth and physical provision, is not meant to be hoarded in fear. It is meant to flow through you. You are becoming a conduit of my grace. I am declaring over you today with absolute certainty. You shall be the lender and not the borrower. You shall be the head and not the tail. You shall rise without losing your humility. You shall increase without losing your peace. And you will look at your resources differently, not with anxiety, not with scarcity, with stewardship, with holy excitement, because you will know this. What I entrust to you is not only for comfort, it is for impact. It is for lineage. It is for your community. It is for the people who will never read your story, but will feel the fruit of your obedience. When you sacrifice to help others' dreams come to pass, I will make sure your own dreams are fulfilled beyond what you can imagine. When you give with a clean heart, I will replenish you with precision. When you choose generosity over fear, I will prove to you that I do not run out. You are being elevated to a level where your words carry weight, not because you are loud, because you are aligned. I am positioning you for influence in high places, not for your fame, not for your ego, to reflect the radiance of my love in a world that has forgotten what it means to be cherished. This is the weight of the crown I spoke of. Not decoration, responsibility. Being my hands and feet in a broken world. Speaking peace into storms. Speaking light into dark places. Speaking courage into people who have forgotten they are loved. Do not shrink back from the magnitude of this call. I did not choose you because you were perfect. I chose you because you were willing to be broken and remade in my image. The authority I'm giving you is not a burden meant to crush you. It is a cloak of power that fits your soul. It will not distort you. It will reveal you. It will not make you arrogant. It will make you steady. You are stepping into a new mission, a new posture, a new way of moving through life. Not as someone chasing approval, as someone carrying assignment, not as someone waiting for permission, as someone walking in commission. And this commission is not fragile. It is sealed. It is authorized. It is backed by heaven. The world will feel the difference even before it understands it. Go forward with boldness and with gentleness, with courage and with compassion, with authority and with love, because I am with you, always. And what I send, I sustain. Close your eyes for a moment, my child, and let the rhythm of your heart sync with the heartbeat of heaven. We have walked through valleys of pain. We have dismantled strongholds of fear. We have exposed the lies that tried to narrate your life. We have opened the blueprints of what is coming. Now we enter the most sacred part of our conversation, the moment where the word becomes flesh, the moment where the promise becomes permanent reality. This is the prayer of the seal. I want you to feel my presence, like a warm mantle across your shoulders, not imaginary, not distant, real, present, protective. Let it cover you against the cold winds of doubt. Let it quiet the noise that has tried to keep you restless. Let it settle deep, not only in your thoughts, but in your body, in your breath, in your nerves, in the places you have been holding tension for too long. There is a stillness in heaven right now. All of creation is leaning in. Because I am not speaking empty poetry over you. I am signing a decree. I am the great architect, and I am placing my name upon your restoration with my own hand. Do not let your mind wander. Let every word sink into the marrow of your bones. These words are spirit. These words are life. I bless you and I keep you. I make my face shine upon you, and I am gracious to you in every room you enter and every path you take. I lift up my countenance upon you, and I give you peace the world cannot give, and the world cannot take away. I bless the work of your hands, not with temporary success, but with enduring fruit. I bless your decisions with clarity. I bless your steps with precision. I bless your labor with favor. May everything you touch become fruitful for the sake of my kingdom. May what you build stand. May what you start finish. May what you plant grow. I bless your home. Let it become a sanctuary of rest, a fortress of love, a place where the atmosphere shifts when you walk in. Let no weapon of discord find foothold there. Let confusion be expelled. Let anxiety lose its claim. Let peace become normal in your rooms. I bless your body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Let health rise like morning light. Let every cell align with the vitality of the one who created you. Let fatigue break. Let sleep become sweet. Let strength return. Let your appetite, your hormones, your nerves, your breathing, your heartbeat, your immune system come into divine order. I speak life into your flesh. I speak healing into what has been inflamed. I speak restoration into what has been weakened. I bless your mind. I clear away the fog of anxiety. I rebuke the spiraling thoughts. I silence the inner accusations. I replace mental noise with divine clarity. I give you discernment that is sharp. I give you focus that is steady. I give you courage that is calm. I give you joy that is clean. I speak over your bank accounts and your storehouses. Let the windows of heaven open wide. Let provision come with peace. Let unexpected supply arrive. Let debt be broken. Let financial pressure loosen. Let resources be released. Let favor locate you. Let the pattern of lack be evicted. Let the pattern of abundance be established. I bless you so you can breathe. I bless you so you can build. I bless you so you can bless. Now I seal these promises into the fabric of your destiny. I place my signet ring upon your heart. You are marked as mine, forever shielded, forever favored. Let no thief of joy steal these words from your spirit as soon as the screen goes dark. I lock this revelation into your subconscious mind so that even as you sleep, my spirit continues working on your behalf, arranging the miracles of your tomorrow. You are no longer under the law of struggle. You are under the law of grace. I have spoken it, and it shall not return to me empty. It is finished in the spiritual realm, and the physical manifestation is now inevitable. Receive this certainty. Let it settle deep. Let it stabilize you. Let it strengthen you. You are fortified. You are sanctified. You are ready. Stay here for just a moment longer. Stay in this posture. Stay under this covering, because the seal has been placed. And what I have started, I will faithfully complete. I have spoken into the depths of your soul, and what I have declared today is now an unchangeable law in the heavens. My word does not return to me void. It is even now rushing like a mighty river to fulfill its purpose in your life. The period of your waiting has been officially closed. The gates to your promised land are swinging wide on their hinges. You have listened with your heart. You have responded with your spirit. Now it is time for you to walk with the confidence of royalty. Do not let the shadows of yesterday whisper lies as you step into the light of your tomorrow. Do not let old labels follow you into a new season. Do not let familiar fear pretend it has authority over a future I already sealed. I have set a table before you in the presence of your enemies. The cup of my favor is already running over. From this moment on, your struggle is replaced by my ease. Your lack is replaced by my abundance. Your confusion is replaced by my divine clarity. The seal is set. The decree is signed. Heaven is not doubting what I have spoken. Heaven is celebrating your arrival. Now I call you to perform your final act of faith in this sacred encounter. Not as a ritual, as an activation. To lock this prophecy into your physical reality, you must claim it with your own voice. Type, "I am ready for my crown," or simply "Amen" in the comments right now. This is not just a comment. It is your signature on the spiritual contract formed in this moment. Let it stand as a witness against every spirit of delay. Let it stand against every chain that once bound you. Let it confront the darkness that tried to convince you you were finished. As you type it, feel what is happening. The heaviness breaks. The fog lifts. The old cycle loses its grip. Chains fall away, not gradually. Now, the weight of my glory settles upon you. Not to crush you, to clothe you. You are accepting the mantle. You are accepting the mission. You're accepting the miracle. This is your moment of absolute ownership. What I have given you, no man can take away. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. And before you depart from this holy conversation, I invite you to anchor yourself inside this spiritual family. Press the like button right now as your public agreement with what heaven has spoken over you. Subscribe to this channel so you remain in the flow of my constant guidance, and so you are surrounded by those walking the same path of faith. And share this message with someone who is wandering in the dark. Share it with a friend. Share it with a family member. Share it with 3 souls who need hope tonight. Because as you sow a seed of light into their life, I will cause a forest of blessing to rise in yours. Now go forth in peace. My spirit goes before you to level the mountains. My grace follows you to fill the valleys. Doors will open. Resistance will break. Provision will come. Healing will deepen. And the path will be lit step by the fire of my love. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I am with you always, even until the end of the age. My peace I leave with you. My joy I give to you. Walk in your power. Walk in your authority. Walk in your new identity. Your throne is waiting. Amen.